watching us live. It is the CBSN Minnesota Morning Update. I'm Jason DeRusha. Hey, I'm still here. Yeah, you had almost a month without me. Got Heather Brown, who did a terrific job keeping this thing together. And if you've enjoyed Heather's no-nonsense, straight news approach, I'll invite you to flip on over to something else, because that's not what I'm doing. Here's the weather, though. It stinks. It's kind of gross, right? Wet, rainy. After yesterday, did you get sleeted or snowed on yesterday? That was disgusting as well. That's all right. I mean, it's still too early to really be working on your lawn or your garden or anything like that. But it's gonna that lawn's gonna be long by the end of the week, right? This afternoon, there's this chance. Mike Augustinak put a chance of rain throughout the day, but rain will probably move out. Temperatures get up to the 60s. Knock it on the door at 62. Should be nice this weekend. So that lets you know it's going to be kind of iffy the next couple of days. If I'm talking about the weekend, not a great sign for the weather in the next couple of days anyway, but it should be all right. Let's talk about the Oscars. Speaking of things that people get mad at, just like the rain, people weren't thrilled with the Oscars yesterday. Whatever. People are always mad about the Oscars, right? And this has been a very, very strange year. Nomadland, big winner, won Best Picture, 2 other awards, Best Director. Frances McDormand won Best Actress. We'll get to some of the other winners in a moment. But for our talker today, I thought, because a lot of these movies are streaming movies, and many of you, many of us, haven't seen a lot of these movies. So I want to know, what was your favorite movie you've seen over the last year? Maybe it was one of these Oscar-nominated movies. We just watched One Night in Miami over the weekend. We saw Promising Young Woman, the Trial of the Chicago 7. Those are the 3 big ones we saw. And we saw Soul as well. So we'll talk about some of these winners. But what's your favorite movie you've seen over the last year? I think a lot of us could use a little refresh of movies that we watch while we're, streaming over the weekend or whatever. So let us know on Facebook. If you're watching on the WCCO TV Facebook page, put your comment right there, and we'll read through a few in a moment. Let's talk about the vaccine, COVID vaccine. And if you have been waiting to get the one and done Johnson & Johnson COVID vaccine, back in action today, coming at you, right in your arm. Boom. Yeah, there was a 10-day pause on this, and some alarm, right, as we learned that a small number of people, very small number of people, reported blood clots after receiving their dose. The FDA will include a safety warning that can be handed out at vaccine sites, and all of the experts are telling us this pause should be seen as a victory. It says, look, we take safety seriously. We know we need to get the vaccine out there, but we're going to pause the whole thing to make sure that this is as safe as it can be. So if you had an appointment and any of the vaccines that are sitting at the CVS or whatever, Walgreens, Cub Foods, waiting to go into arms, they're good to go and should start going in today. CBS News did a poll and said, all right, are you going to get the vaccine? 60% said yes, or I already have 1 shot. That does leave these 18% of maybes, and we've seen a 20% kind of hovering right around there the whole time. People saying, nah, I don't think so. CDC says this as well when it comes to the second dose. And we knew this was going to be an issue, right? It's a lot to ask people to get a vaccine and then come back 3 or 4 weeks later to get a second dose. More than 5 million Americans in the latest count have missed or skipped that second dose. So some of those are people who say, 1 dose is good enough. Some are people saying, I don't want to deal with the side effects. And some are people who have maybe had challenges getting that second appointment. Perhaps their clinic didn't have the right vaccine or whatever. So look for the push on that. 1 shot is good, but when it comes to the variants, the initial information seems to be that 2 shots, that's really what you need to protect yourself against some of these variants. So go get that second shot. I'm getting mine on Wednesday. Okay, how about a summer vacation? A lot of us, I haven't really taken much of a vacation the last year and a half. A lot of us haven't been traveling because of COVID, but Europe is finally saying, Americans, you are welcome here if you're fully vaccinated. President of the European Commission tells the New York Times vaccinated Americans can travel to and within the European Union. No specific timeline, no details on how you'd prove that you have your shots, but Europe is saying open for business, open for... We still can't go to Canada, though, can we? the heck, Canada? Come on. Come on. I want some maple syrup. Got to get up there to Canada. Got a friend who lives in Toronto. I'd like to visit. Back to the Oscars. Number first last night. Even a surprise win as well. The Best Supporting Actress, Yoo Jung-yoon from Minari won Best Supporting Actress. First Korean actress to win an acting Oscar. Best Director went to Chloe Zhao from Nomadland. She's just the second woman ever to win Best Director. First woman of color. Best Actor, Anthony Hopkins for The Father. Now, that was something of an upset. Many had expected the late Chadwick Boseman to win posthumously for his final film. Anthony Hopkins last won an Oscar almost 30 years ago. Hannibal Lecter. Local guy, also a winner, Pete Docter. He is the head of Pixar, and he grew up in Bloomington. His mom was a choir teacher, I think like a middle school choir teacher. His dad was a choir director for Normandale Community College, I believe. Soul is the movie. Pete Docter directed this film. He's previously won Oscars for his animated features Inside Out and Up. Third Oscar is a record in the animated category, and he dedicated that award to music and art teachers everywhere.
So our main character, Joe, is a music teacher. We want to thank music teachers and art teachers everywhere. You, including my parents, Dave and Rita, and Dana's parents, Pam and Tom, you make the world a better place. And my wish for all of us tonight is that we could follow the example of jazz musicians, that wherever we are, whatever we have, we turn it into something beautiful. Thank you.
I like that. That's really nice. The art's so important, and those music teachers, you never know how they'll inspire you, right? The whole movie Soul was inspired by a jazz teacher, a music teacher in New York, so very good. This moment had a lot of people talking online as well. Glenn Close getting down.
You know the dance, though. Do you know how to do the butt? Quest, turn it up.
Oh, I know the butt.
Come on, let's see it. Let me see you do the butt. Let's see it.
You know, a little dose of fun in the show that was maybe didn't have as many of those unpredictable moments. There was a trivia game where celebrities had to guess if the tune was nominated for or won an Oscar. He used the butt. Glenn really had her trivia down. She knew the dance. I mean, it's not that hard, right? If we told you to do the butt, your dance options are limited, and Glenn nailed it. She nailed it. Very well done. One of America's finest actresses of modern times, reduced to doing the butt. What are you going to do? Everybody needs the social media clicks, I guess. How about this milestone for NASA's Ingenuity helicopter during its third flight on Mars? Scientists say it flew faster and farther than any test it took here on Earth. NASA says Ingenuity took off, rising 16 feet, and then it zipped 164 feet, reaching, get this, speeds of 6.6 feet per second. And we did the math. Well, one of our Twitter followers did the math. He said that's about 4 miles per hour. That's like a brisk walk, a slow jog, a pathetic run. Tesla CEO Elon Musk thinks he's funny, or at least Saturday Night Live thinks he may be funny. He's hosting next month. He's sort of been avoiding the media. You know, he got in trouble with like the Securities and Exchange Commission for some of his tweets. So we'll see. Some on Twitter. People hate Elon Musk. You know, I don't know. I think it's fun to see people who are not professional comedians try to be funny. It's kind of like this program right here, the 734. What it's like when someone who's not really funny tries to be funny. Miley Cyrus will be the musical guest. I love Miley, so that'll be good. Josh's United. Josh's came together in a random part in Nebraska. All these guys named Josh. Is Josh directing this show? Yeah, I thought so. Josh somehow survived this. I know our director, Josh, went to Nebraska over the weekend for this epic fight. Take a look.
I'm coming from Minnesota.
I'm coming all the way from Dallas. So I'm from Omaha.
I'm from Wichita, Kansas. I drove 4.5 hours to be here.
All these guys are named Josh, all of them. It's a Josh fight. Josh Swain, this guy, created this. He's from Arizona. He created this group and just like sent all these messages and said, hey, Josh's. Let's fight to the finish. A battle royale. 100 showed up. The winner, though, was a 4-year-old They nickname him Little Josh.
I always fight everyone.
How much fun did you have out there today?
A lot of fun.
Yeah, a lot of fun. You fight everyone! It's fantastic. Nice job, Little Josh. They raised several $1,000s for the Children's Hospital there in the local food bank as well. It's pretty fun, yeah. I feel that way about Jason's. If Jason Matheson is watching this thing, I challenge you, Matheson. An epic fight for the media Jasons. Let's go. Boy, you want two of the toughest guys in town, me and Matheson, let me tell you. All right. Yeah, we could use noodles too, like the Josh fight. All right, back to our talker. We're talking movies because I didn't want to ask you guys if you watched the Oscars because I thought you'd all say no. Or if you've watched any of these movies because I thought you might say no. Becca loves Soul. So did I. I cried like a baby at Soul. Ugh, tearjerker for me. I'm kind of a sap, though. It happens. Lindsay giving me another suggestion for a cry. Our Friend. My son liked Godzilla vs. Kong. Onward for cartoon. Cool, thanks, Lindsay. Bishman, great advice. Nomadland. Linda really liked that one. Thanks, Linda. Mortal Kombat. Ashley, you saw that this weekend. That one just out. All right. I mean, I've played Mortal Kombat. I'm not sure if I need to see the live action of the epic Mortal Kombat violence. It's got to be super violent. Joanne, whole family loved Onward. Thanks, Joanne. Have to add that to my list. My Octopus Teacher. All right, I've heard about this one, but I haven't seen that movie yet. Thanks, Lori. And then Tina, Raya and the Last Dragon. All right. Good stuff. I would recommend One Night in Miami. It's a story of like Cassius Clay and Sam Cooke and who else? Malcolm X and the football player, Jim Brown. All come together. Not a real story, but a cool story. Very good, and a good soundtrack to that, too, as you would imagine. That's it for the morning update. We made it. Thanks for watching today. It's nice to hang out with you. I'll see you back here again tomorrow.